is back, and it is Chris Stanley's birthday. We're kicking off the party right now.
Yes.
Exciting.
Or at least he's kicking it off. I don't know who else is.
Kicking off the party doesn't mean drinking whiskey normally.
It's like 4 o'clock, Ron.
I know.
It's fine.
I thought we just put on some music. I didn't know kicking it off means shots.
I never thought I would be more of a fan of the 420 days, but I like high Chris better than drunk Chris.
Was he more even back then?
I felt like he was even. I liked when he used to take a little bit of edibles every single day. Remember how even you were then?
I felt even, but just go to downward spiral though, because I was eating. I believe it was espresso beans with THC, and I would eat a bunch of them every morning to just try to mellow out. And then,
I would assume those two things would cancel each other out.
Thank you.
Like the espresso beans versus the THC, then you get nothing.
Well, isn't there, when these people have energy drinks with vodka in it? You know what I mean? We live in a world that I'm just so sad that Belushi missed. You know what I mean? Because this is the United States of speedball right now. But the great thing, and I've known Chris for, I guess, 2.5 years now.
12, Ron.
Wow.
It's been a long time, man.
Wow.
It really has been 12 years?
It's 12 years, everyone.
And I will tell you this. There's no difference work-wise between drunk Chris and sober Chris.
Really?
They do exactly the same amount of work in exactly the same way.
That's a good point. I mean, it's the difference of just how much they're irritating you. You know what I mean? Like, maybe drunk Chris might be driving me more nuts, but the end result is still a Chris production.
Well, what I hate about drunk Chris is I always get the calls of, hey, dude, there's such a thing as alcohol poisoning. I heard a friend, was as drunk as Chris, went into a coma and never came out of it. I'm like, I shouldn't have extra worries.
Yeah.
You know?
Ron, there's nothing to worry about when it comes to me drinking.
Well, you say that, and yet there really was once, if you recall. One time, my spidey sense was tingling, and I was literally called Ron and was like, Chris is in trouble. And I know it. There's no way he got home. I just feel it in my bones. He didn't get home. And you didn't.
I eventually got home after I woke up in the hospital and then stormed out.
Who was left in charge of Chris that night? Do you remember? Because I always like to assign somebody to Chris before I leave.
I can't remember. I know he was hoisted into a cab, maybe by Vito. Were you there?
I had already left when Chris was getting into a cab.
Why would you have left him?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I left all of you guys earlier.
Yes, you're not supposed to.
You left a man behind.
Yeah.
This
That's
guy.
what you never do. Now, maybe perhaps a very small, skinny Dan Perlman was left to hoist Chris into
Then
a
that's
cab?
our fault.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's where we went wrong. He cares for no man.
We
that's for sure.
we went wrong by saying it's a Christmas open bar party.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been one since, if you notice.
No, it was the last.
We've switched it to all you can eat.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I know.
That's also something I enjoy.
Either way, he's ending up in the hospital.
Yeah, it's could be a sugar coma.
I was in charge of him the last time he drank for this year when he drank on Christmas when we did our recording party.
I don't even remember that.
That's that was during the year-end special where I got drunker and drunker over 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I'll record everything
I
and
didn't
say-
listen to it because I was on vacation. We were talking about the eating thing the other night at the kind of Dave Kimmelwood's wake. People went through their gout stories. All the Kimmelwoods brothers have gout.
Wow.
And Big Jay Okerson had gout that hit him at a Guns N' Roses show.
Ooh.
And he couldn't even stand up. He was in so much pain.
I hear it's really, really painful.
I was drug out of a P-Funk show the last time I saw P-Funk in my life by a Mr. Fez Watley and his fucking gout.
Oh, no.
Which I'm going like, how many mental and physical things do you have? And now it's gout. But he's like, there were no seats. It was at the old BB King's, right? So it's a small place. P-Funk is fucking, already on and off the stage. I'm on and off the stage. I'm having the time and I'm keep it. I can't. This foot, I can't. And there's a part of me thinking, why do I have to leave with you?
Right.
You're the one with gout.
Yeah.
And I didn't say that. But all these years, I'm like, the last P-Funk show. And like he and I will just be talking and I'll be thinking to myself, I fucking missed the last P-Funk show I'll ever see.
They always say, when in doubt, gout, get out.
Yeah, is that it?
That's the old phrase.
So they were all discussing their, and you have this to look forward to, Chris.
I look forward to it.
The gout medicine, like, immediately cleans up the gout, like the pain of the gout. It's like a miracle medicine that also makes you shit out like there was a fucking brown fire hose for an asshole.
Whoa. Now, but the gout is diet related, right? To rich foods, is that the idea? Like,
I mean, some people can't handle the foods. You know what I mean? There's people that are enormous who don't get gout.
Right.
And some people just, you know, I mean, with the Kimowitz, it means 3 Jewish brothers. They can't process food.
They can digest a lot.
But when they were telling this story, I'm like, I bet all that shit was in their ankle. You know what I mean? I bet the shit was in their foot that had to be pushed all the way up.
It almost feels like you could just put a spout right there in the ankle.
Spout, you got the gout. These are the shit you can't live without. Go ahead. But I don't know why that tied into this. I guess, you know.
Chris is going to get gout.
Yeah, it's really obvious I'm going to get gout.
This is a Chris celebration today, and he clearly will have gout.
And he's eating a lot of South American foods or Central American foods. Even though it's not, Central America is not a real thing. You know what I mean? It's not a continent. And I guess Central America is the top of the South America.
Right.
Which you never see in a thing of...
Good point.
Now, not a lot of countries here. Vito, how many countries in North America?
50.
50?
Damn it, no.
You think you're saying states?
I was thinking states.
Okay, so here's the thing, and a lot of people will say that. Cuba, Haiti.
Yeah.
Are you saying that these things are in South America? No.
No, they're not.
Puerto Ricans are North Americans, so it just goes to show the white ignorance. And Earl, you've put up with this your whole fucking life.
You're used to
the
it.
white ignorance when it comes to North America. Because there's only 2 fucking basic white countries. You know, white majority countries in North America. But we act like, oh, North Americans, they're so fucking white. And are they? Or is that just racial?
Don't you even feel like a lot of American and Canadians just kind of wish, like, why not just add Mexico to South America?
I've never once heard that.
Because, you know, it's like we're just let's just make it an all white situation.
And really, isn't Iceland and Greenland in North America in some weird way?
They should be with us.
So this is great. I get to see the racist side. Everyone's a racist here except for Earl and myself. One, let's face it, he wouldn't even be accepted with racist.
No.
And 2, I guess woke is the word that we're using these days, like incredibly woke.
So woke.
Let me just say this, Vito, because I believe you're in charge of it.
Okay.
These ice cold water bottles have turned my life around in a way that I never imagined.
Yep.
I'm glad.
I'm going to be drinking. So, what do we have? Pure water in here? You just have like a spring thing set up?
Yeah.
Listen to this. I have this incredibly great invention of the glass water bottle. He puts ice inside of it.
Yeah, extra cold.
Make it really cold. Keep that ice in there.
All I have is this fucking paper cup.
Yeah, you don't get anything.
And a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot about that, Ron. Thank you.
I would never drink out of a paper cup anymore.
Now,
beyond that.
Earl has both.
I'm working on a screenplay of my own making about Chris Stanley. Who do you guys think to play him? And what should be the theme of this?
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is difficult to say, but I feel like I have someone who I think could play Chris Stanley. I'd like to see him in a leading role position anyway.
Yeah.
And I think a Mr. Zach Orth could kill.
All right, let's look him up because I don't know who we're talking about here.
So you know him from you know him from Wet Hot American Summer.
Okay, yes, I do know him. would he be willing to put the weight on that we need?
He's definitely gonna have to bulk up a bit. But here you see, I feel like he could have the hair for it. His hair's a little lighter, but we could dye the hair. I feel like he has the build for it. I feel like he has the energy level for it. I think he could knock it out of the park.
Can I say one challenge that we have, and that's going to be his beard's too good.
Yeah, my beard looks like steel wool. It's actually quite nasty.
Yeah, I wonder if
that's nasty.
Oh damn
it! It's your birthday. You could get one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's my problem is I don't know how many asses he'll put in the seat, but pretty interesting.
Yeah, I want to make some money on this movie.
Why would you make some money?
Is it based on my life?
So what?
Yeah.
You think that
you signed it away?
Do you think they gave the fucking Facebook guy any fucking money for the Facebook movie? You get nothing when people of my ilk write about you. Earl, who do you have?
I have Jonah Hill as Chris Stanley.
It's a little stereotypical.
It's
He's also very thin now.
Yeah, and I have better
think
hair.
you based it on Fat Jonah Hill. Was that it?
No, bearded Jonah Hill.
Oh,
No.
You know you went for Fat Hill.
You went for Fat Jonah Hill, and I want to say I feel like Zach Orth has the personality and flair of Chris Stanley.
Can I just also say this? I felt like Earl insulted both Chris and Jonah Hill.
You did.
By acting like, hey, fat white guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's a fatty. Put him in the fucking
Why
role.
not pick Curly from fucking the Three Stooges?
Sounds good.
Hold on. Good idea. Who's the hilarious guy that played Curly in the new Three Stooges?
Will Sasso.
Man, Will Sasso is one of my favorite fucking actors, comedians. I don't know where all of his money comes from because I don't see him.
Remember he had those really great vines back when Vine was
Unbelievable.
They were so good.
Sure, he's got Mad TV money left. He was on there for a while.
What do you think that paid? I think you're looking at $6-7 grand a week.
That's the booze
Here's
talk.
the problem here, and I don't want anybody to take it the wrong way. I think he's too good of an actor to play.
Chris.
Yeah.
But don't you want him to be a good actor to get my essence?
No. I want him to be a bad actor to get yours.
You want him to like unlearn what he's learned.
Is Earthquake dead from the WWE?
Yeah, I think so, Ron. All right.
My God.
I don't want one of the natural disasters.
Is this crazy that I turned this into an Earthquake script star? Stanley?
I'd rather see Chris Stanley in an earthquake movie.
And we'll do one of those split screen things where he plays both the natural disasters.
You know who I wish we could have got? I wish we could have got Benicio del Toro right after shooting Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I like that.
That's nice.
And I would say, don't change a thing about yourself, and maybe not even your costume.
Would you guys be willing to go outside of the box here and try something different?
Okay, yeah.
Very Charlie Kaufman.
Okay.
There's a pile of garbage at the end of my street, and I mean, it's about 6'2". I went in and put a tape measure on it. It's
It's a giant pile of garbage.
oh, it's big.
What's happening
It's
over there?
big, and it's also wide though. Nobody wants to walk to the trash can, Chris. It's a little far away.
Understandable.
But if we could just put that on a sled of some.
Yeah.
Oh, did you just literally hear him unplug the jug? Yeah.
It's my birthday.
I understand, but it sounds like you're drinking in the 1930s.
I know. I thought it was like an old timey sound effect.
Yeah. It's like somebody who played Burt Reynolds' dad in a movie would be drinking. What are you drinking anyway?
This is some Bushmills single malt, Ron.
When did the Bushmills come with a cork instead of a screw cap?
I don't know, but I think this might be might be a special Bushmills. I'm not sure. It might be a limited edition.
Did you time travel to get that Bushmills?
It's very aged.
He went back in time just to buy a bottle of liquor and come back with it.
This is what this technology is for.
Vito, I don't think that you picked, and the sad thing is if you hadn't tragically lost this weight, you would have honestly been playing young Chris Stanley.
I know, you could have been starring in a movie.
But I think I got somebody that could play young and old Chris Stanley. It's Andy Milonakis. He's got the personality.
What year is this?
He's gonna be in stilts.
Meet me, meet me, meet me. Don't beat me, just meet me at the Waffle House.
Is this a stereotype, or wasn't he supposed to die years ago? Wasn't his kidneys shutting down or some kind of sad thing?
Wrong
I was
with him.
really sick.
It was one of the reasons that I didn't join in on the attack on him. I missed out on a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you're right. That's a good point. He could play little Chris Stanley.
Yeah.
Who we all know and love in
first
his
of all,
Hawaiian gear.
I wasn't that fat as a child. Everyone likes to say so, but there's picture evidence.
I know that a couple people I have are very, very busy. But maybe if they both split the role without us even mentioning it, and we just go for Mike Lawrence and Dan St. Germain and have them jumping in and out.
Yeah.
Sean Donnelly might be able to be available for a couple of days, and we just don't mention.
We don't even say it.
We just have who's ever there. He's wearing a name tag.
I like it.
This takes place at, like a high school reunion.
Oh, wow.
Now, here's the thing. It's a high school reunion. And then Chris says, no one remembers Chris, right? And he's like, I'm the kid who built his own computer. And then they go, no, it wasn't a computer. You built your own Marine-style footlocker. And then Chris says, oh, yeah. Shits himself and gets laughed out of the reunion. And he shits himself because he's dealing with gout.
It was medically induced, really.
Yes. He didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know the side effects. He never reads stuff.
No.
And he ate the whole bottle.
That's so Chris, man.
I like medicine. Take more of it, makes you feel better.
Okay, Chris.
That's what I hear.
I like medicine. You take more of it, makes you feel better.
Can I say who I think should play me in the movie? Do I have a say in this?
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
How about like an Oliver Platt type? Or just Oliver Platt?
All right, let's take
Who is this Oliver Platt type?
Chris is an Oliver Platt type. Now, first of all, again, he's such a great actor. He's the most underrated actor in the history of the fucking human race. He's a little old for you, Chris.
I'm fine with that though. He can play me older. This could be something in the future.
He just has to read.
Wait, hold on. This is about your life in the future?
Sure. No one's done that before.
That's really exciting. Sci-fi. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, he's outside of our budget. But I'm checking in. And you know how they have those celebrity look-alike things?
Yeah.
And there's a guy called Oliver Fat who might be just the guy we're looking for.
I mean, close enough. If the budget gets a bit.
I just realized it's like, what about an Oliver Platt type or Oliver Platt himself?
Oliver Fat is the type.
Did you see him in that movie Ready to Rumble and think this guy would be perfect?
Boy, he was the only thing that was good in that movie. I mean, he had no idea he was in a terrible movie.
He was trying way too hard.
Remember that hipster TV show that was on and he was like the bad guy?
Bored to Death?
Yeah, Bored to Death,
yeah.
which is the best fucking canceled show of all time.
It was so
and
good.
he was the bad guy going against guys I liked, and yet I was still rooting for Oliver Platt in that.
It's because he's the best. I mean, that's why I want him.
All right, he's in. We're going to do a sci-fi futuristic.
What becomes of Chris Stanley?
Maybe there's like a water drought.
No, here's what I...
It's a
Was it Dune?
dystopian.
We're back to Dune.
Or is it The Postman?
Here's the part that I'm excited about. The girl who plays your girlfriend in the far-off future.
Yeah, so who knows?
Will be a brain inside of a jar on top of a robot body.
Okay, cool.
Chris, don't you ever clean up after yourself.
You're a robot, goddammit. You're lucky you're here.
What about my human brain?
Why did you put your pants in the dishwasher again?
Get off my fucking back.
Who made grilled cheese on my iron? Damn you, Chris.
No!
Oh no. Jar of water stuff boiling. Brain is now hot. God, I love this fucking thing.
It's fucking intense.
Why is it in the future we either have not enough water or too much? Those are the only options. Why can't we just have a comfortable amount of water?
We're really concerned about water.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be everywhere or nowhere. And in the future, there's never any black people. Do you ever notice that in sci-fi?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You never watch sci-fi movies?
Yes, and I always noticed that there was no people of color, and particularly positions of power, if at all.
I thought it was like maybe the opposite.
What's that?
Isn't it always like they're like it's the future because there was a black president?
Yeah, Debo. They put fucking Tiny Zeus Debo Lister in the movie, and he's like, "Dude, we gotta do something about this."
How'd he get elected?
That's my butt, Pop.
Hold on, maybe for Chris Stanley, Debo.
That'd be a dream. And avant-garde, since I'm not black.
Speaking of the tiny bikes. Did you see J.J. Watt was riding this kid's tiny bike and broke the fucking seat?
Oh, no.
So there's something, I guess the Packers do the players ride a kid's tiny bike thing.
Why?
And I don't know, but they were having their practices together. That's the new annoying thing that they have two teams practice together and fist fight during the week. And then they show that on ESPN. So J.J. Watt is on this fucking tiny bike and you just see the seat give out.
No. Please get this kid a new bike.
JJ said, sorry. That's the fucking game, kid. He said, I'm not getting that kid a bike. He embarrassed me.
He looks like shit right now.
Oh, JJ?
Yeah. He's not going to stay healthy enough.
He's a big goddamn stack of china.
Goddamn train wreck. So's Clowney, too. The Texans blow.
Who's Clowney?
Jerome
Clowney is a guy who made one good tackle in college and has played 4 games since.
Yeah, and just made tens of millions of dollars.
But he's somebody who they were talking about for a long time.
Oh my God! It was like he was the Johnny Football of defensive linemen.
It was ridiculous.
I remember how much, and this is because it's Chris's birthday. This fucking Chris would bring up Johnny Football every day.
Oh yeah, you did love Johnny Football.
Mattered.
Yeah,
and he embarrassed you enough that you should have quit broadcasting.
I mean, it was bad because any story that came up, I'm like, hey, Ron, did you hear about Johnny Football this time? And it was never anything good. He never had a good fucking play at his time in the Browns.
He went to the fucking Canadian League and threw 4 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah.
1 to a fucking cheerleader.
Remember our buddy Jen was at a club party and got paired up with Johnny Football.
Yeah.
She's like, is this a big deal?
Yeah.
Chris is like, yes.
Tell him about me.
This little man gave me a pearl necklace. I can't think of his name. I know his last name was Football.
Can't place it.
She went to a Super Bowl party one time and said, I was just hanging out with James and Chris. And I said, I don't know who you're talking about. She goes, oh, sorry, James Harden and Chris Paul.
Christ.
And yet she can't seem to find a date here. Norris. Who was it? Was it Kevin Durant that was chasing Norris around? And we were like, Norris, go with fucking Kevin Durant. She's like, I don't know. He's so tall. We're like, go with fucking Kevin Durant right now.
Do it.
Get pregnant by Kevin Durant. And spend a wonderful rest of your life.
Yeah. Seems like a good financial move for a young lady.
See, this is something men don't get the opportunity to meet a billionaire woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who wants to sleep. We just don't have that option.
No. I think the only one is Bezos' ex-wife now. I think that's the only one in America.
Well, I mean, even a celebrity woman, the assumption is beyond out of your league.
She's going to go looking for something incredible. You know what I mean?
At the thing with women is if you're at a bar, you're at a party, you're at a certain event, and you see a celebrity male, you think, well, this is worth a shot seeing that I'm female.
Right.
So I still have that going for me. It's like, oh, you might be famous, but I still have a vagina. So
I would say this
about this.
I have never heard of a woman afraid to approach the way you hear men all the time. She wouldn't want me. I'm just a cowhand. But a fucking woman, a hideous woman, will walk up to Bradley Cooper and say, I'll fucking put your balls in my mouth and still have room for 5 toes.
And then he'll be like, let me think about this. Hold on.
He ain't even going to think about it. He's going to say, we're not, because I'm going to leave. You leave 5 minutes later.
Don't tell anybody about
Walk
this.
into the parking lot. I'll flash my lights. And women are always talking about things not being unfair. I think that's why men feel like the thing isn't unfair.
Right.
And there's no such thing as an incel woman?
Well, yeah, probably because they don't see sex as an end goal the way that men do. You know what I mean? That's like
I don't know. I had a friend who was a big girl, big lady, and she goes, she was talking about she couldn't find it. I'm like, there are fucking plenty of dudes that are 100% into this. And she goes, I don't want somebody to be someone's kink. And I go, what do you think a fucking swimsuit model is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're playing to that guy's kink.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
his fucking...
his kink is hot girls.
Yeah, that's what his thing is. Like,
Yeah.
I really got off with this kind of a girl.
I had a friend have the same exact situation. Is that she was bigger, and then she happened to look on his social media and be like, "Oh, he's like a chubby chaser." And I was like, "Cool, he likes your type."
Right? Why is that a bad
sounds
thing?
Cool to me.
It's not. I was fetishized once by a lady I met off Tinder. As we were hooking up, she said, I don't want to make you feel bad, but I'm really into fat guys. And then she literally said, I don't want to fetishize you. And then we had sex. I had no problem with it.
Here's the thing. You were a daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah. It
You
was
were
nice.
a daddy.
yeah.
It was a wonderful time.
Did you
were a
slap your
bear.
belly for her?
He's flat out.
Like this? What do you think of this?
You like
He was
that?
eating the sandwich. But he was fucking down
I
it.
wish she was a feeder.
Oh, that has a name?
That's a
Oh,
thing, right? So
yes.
I watched this. I think it was on TLC. It was about really obese people and their feeder partners. So the feeder is like a skinny person who's into really fat people.
Yeah.
And they just buy them food and make
Can I
them eat
just
more.
tell you, I think that they bullshit us a lot. I really don't think there's a real such thing as furries. I could understand if somebody liked the kitty cat thing,
Yeah.
but to want to be with a mascot from a fucking college team? No. No.
That I thought the furry phenomenon was weird because it's like how did this come about? Like, where did you guys start to figure out oh yeah, I have that too? Because it's not even just like, hey, I like what's the stupid porn that you
Hentai.
like?
Hentai?
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, I like cartoon porn. It's just like, no, like when a person is dressed up in a fuzzy suit.
I'm going to tell you where it came from. When they were little girls, they were given stuffed animals, and they used to ride those stuffed animals.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, and I don't like to out anybody, but Earl's a pillow fucker, and he likes to be with pillow fuckers. So him and the girl, they're
Right.
next to each other on the bed, just rocking back and forth.
It's like a race.
yeah, yeah. And they spank each other's butts while they're trying to move
hi.
ahead.
That's cool, Earl. And that's cool that you shared that with your boss and friend.
I would say friend boss, if anything. I would say a boss without the power to fire. Just annoy. Just annoy. So was that a thing for you, Earl? Didn't you used to put your dick in pickles till you said you like to open up a jar of sweet gherkins and put your dick in it?
You
Interesting
hollow it
choice.
out or just
Yeah.
like right in there in the jar? Like,
No, right where he pushes his way through the pickles. Let the juice squeeze all over his balls. And then he does that as he sits next to a sausage sandwich.
Okay.
So it's like a whole picnic thing for him. Look at Vito's getting turned on a little bit.
Yeah, I'm rubbing my chest.
Why are you doing
I'm
that?
rubbing my chest. I don't know. Just Earl's big dick in a pickle
Hey,
pot.
don't kid yourself. I saw it.
Me too. I watched him
Yeah.
tit fuck a lady.
You know what I would say? Average for a white guy. Which is tiny for his people.
Vito's in the pickle play.
All right,
That's what
easy with the fucking...
All right,
dude,
you've had
all
a lot
kidding
of
aside,
tips.
it's a long night tonight, and it's about you. And if we don't show up with you, it's a bad night.
Ron, I guarantee I'll be there. I'm just trying to get,
Yeah,
get a
but
little
be
liquid
there
in
and
me.
awake.
Okay.
If I have to fucking bring you in on a fucking sled and you just sit in the corner, it's a bad show, Gail.
You're going to end up falling asleep.
I'm going to be conscious for everything tonight.
And Vito, why am I saying this? You're head producer tonight. This is your
Yeah.
big fucking night.
This is your baby.
Hey, asshole, stop drinking.
All right, see, when you
not
fucking
the
yell
a-hole.
bad things at me, I'm just making me want to drink more.
No, don't drink.
He's
Does?
right. That's really
But to be
bad.
fair, if you yell good things at you, you want to drink more.
Still, his management style. You're right. I'm gonna have a little drink. You can say. Vito, you nervous about tonight?
I'm a little nervous, but I
You
think.
better be.
But I feel good. I feel good. I feel Chris is gonna slow down in the drinking right now. He's gonna, cruise on down, and we're gonna have a great night, buddy.
He's gonna cruise on down, and we're gonna have.
What am I looking for, dudes? I'm not cruising around here, bro. Okay.
Al Pacino.
Come on, man. Come on.
Stop it! Don't
Just a little more.
You just said you were gonna slow down. Stop.
Let's break, Chris. Put the plug in the jug, and no drinking during commercial.
Yeah.
Fine.
He's like angry every day. You can't drink during the commercial. Every fucking day.
But Rob, once you open it, it's fucking open.
That's alcoholism.
Yeah.
What?
That's literally alcoholism. One sip isn't enough, and 1,000. Well, one sip is too many, and 1,000 isn't enough. The Chris Stanley story.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's it.
In the future.
Call Platt.
Bennington will be right back. Bennington is back in just a little bit. We're going to be wrapping up here and headed to the Stand Comedy Club for Chris Stanley's big birthday bash.
Surprise birthday.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell him. Although for some reason he is a good half hour or so into his pregame ritual.
I think the surprise will be when he wakes up tomorrow and people tell him the things that he's done.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite, Chris.
But that conversation's always the worst.
You know, I never worried about blackout or any kind of consequences while I was drinking.
No. Then
I'm
you're
very
having-
surprised that Chris went, I'm not looking forward to that. Because I would always just feel like it's going to be fucking awesome.
Everything's
man.
going to be great. There's
We're
no
all
way.
drinking. It's all great.
Well, because I think early in the night, there's no way you could imagine things going
No.
south. You're just like, well, we're all having fun.
You don't imagine yourself trying to French your boss's wife. Now, this is the official Chris Day. I mean, every day in many, many ways is Chris Day.
Yes.
But the birthday is the official Chris Day. Earl, when's your birthday?
May 28th.
Yeah, we're not doing anything for that. Vito, when's yours?
December 18th,
Wow, and you're going to be how old?
27.
That's the danger age. That's the Jim Morrison
Yep.
age, the
Yeah.
Janis Joplin age, Jimi Hendrix age.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like you've even accomplished enough,
No.
to go
Could you
go south
imagine
from here.
that when fucking Jim Morrison was Vito's age, he was recording his last album about now?
Yeah.
He was recording L.A. Woman. And look at this motherfucker,
Yeah.
you know? He's like, hey, did you hear? I got a new blouse.
I'm happy for you, Vito. I'm really proud.
That's like an album.
I need to do something in the next 6 months, or I'm going to be a failure.
Dude, you can't cram in a lifetime into 6
I don't know.
months.
I'm going to
Yeah.
try. I'm going to try. 6 months to make 5 great albums.
Well, you're not going to make even an EP at this point. But in your chosen profession, and I hate to say this on Chris Day,
Yeah.
you've accomplished nothing. Literally nothing.
I
I can
think
say that about Vito on Chris Day. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. It's a little extra present for you.
yeah.
Thank you.
I would like to just see you get one win in the next 6 months.
I'd like to see the Mets get one win in the next 6
Yeah,
months.
that would also be.
What do
a
you
happy
think
day for
you're like if you said you died?
Yeah.
What would be that theme of your life? What did you do in your life? What did you say this what was my life was about?
All right. I guess 26 years of being moderately liked by my peers, and I've done intros for the Bennington show. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
Okay, you did it, man. You've had a hell of a life.
Actually, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty fucking cool. Man. That's something I was never able to pull off. But this is why, because life can be taken so fast. It's why I worry about this incel thing that you went on to.
Yeah,
What did Janis Joplin say? Get it while you can.
that is true.
I had my little Montreal fling. So that
Let's
was
Dude, if
keep
you
it
feel
going.
bad about that, that's sad.
No, I don't feel bad about it. I'm saying I'm not an incel anymore.
But the way
'cause-
that you said it.
Yeah.
No, I
It was
love
a negative connotation. Look, I incelled for 11 months. I really did. And then, you know what? I fucking snapped out
But
of
what
it.
did you do? Were you punishing yourself?
I just felt bad about the relationship,
Yeah.
Like I just felt like I fucked some lady up. But then
So you really feel like you ruined her life?
Well, she kept yelling it at me at the time, and I guess it kind of seeped.
Why would she say you're ruining my life?
I don't know. It's because she said that we were together too long.
You stole her youth.
And I stole her youth and her ability
that.
to. Yeah, I stole her youth and her ability to have children. And so that, I guess
that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's really
I'm
bad.
going to be honest,
She
women
was older than
do
me.
tend to resent men for that.
But here's the thing. Did you guys ever talk like we should have children? We might have children?
I always thought she was down with no kids whatsoever.
Okay, I always thought she was
It's
down.
like
That's a
there's an
major
assumption.
fucking thing.
Did you guys communicate about the future on a regular basis?
I made it very clear we didn't want to have. I didn't want to have children. She was like, "I'm fine with that." And then when the whole fucking thing went down, she started throwing that in my
Hold
fucking
on.
face.
I guarantee there was some lead up where she's like,
plenty.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Is this something we can do?
Or I'm just being fucking feeling weirded out by this. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
yeah.
people say those things.
Yeah.
But maybe if you're drunk and dismissive, you don't hear them.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
probably
was
the case.
Very
Look,
liquored up.
I'm going to bring this up because I never knew about this until accidentally this week. Did you guys ever see the TV show Mad About You? I think it ran
Yeah.
the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time as
Yeah.
Seinfeld. I never saw a single fucking episode. And then it was on, and I went, oh, these two people fucking treat each other terribly. They hate, and I thought they were like a nice couple, but
Yeah.
they're not. So I'm going to go back and watch the pilot episode. He was fucking terrible to her.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember they did kind of a lot of negging, which is not necessary in a relationship. Normally you do that like a jokey thing, but I remember they were always
Like, I don't like you and I don't want to be with you in this fucking apartment in New York. And I'm like, how did this stay on TV?
yeah,
Because she's adorable, so I was just completely blaming
of
him,
course, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Paul Reiser was a monster on that show.
Was he really?
I mean, I remember watching it. My parents liked watching it, probably because it
Yeah.
reminded them of their own relationship. And I was like, this guy's a dick. Why are we watching this?
Dude, I did an unmasked with him, and I apparently I never watched a single fucking show, or I would have pointed this out. Like how?
Do you remember what a jerk you were to your TV wife?
And the only reason why I saw it is like the fucking television is telling you that it's coming like as a reboot or something.
Yeah.
It just shows up every 7 fucking. I don't know what cable do we have?
Spectrum has been shoving down different shows down people's throats for the past few months, and right now they're big on Mad About You, and it's a giant thing that takes up 3 spots that says Mad About You's coming back. Every episode's on demand.
You know what my almost only exclusive memory of watching Mad About You is? It's how I learned about the term and the act of sleep training your baby, because they had a very special episode where they sleep train the baby, and that is when you're wanting to break them of needing you in the middle of the night, so you let them scream and scream and scream in the next room, and you have the door closed. And I remember they're outside the door and she's crying, and it was a very special episode. First of all, it's a parenting choice. Just go in there if that's what you want. But when I was discussing sleep training, my first thing is look, I'm not mad about you, okay? I don't see myself doing that. That's pretty much what the whole show is about. I think, right?
Look, my children are adults. And if they showed up saying, I'm scared and I need you, I'd say, come on in. We'll all sleep in here and then we'll talk about it in the morning.
This is not how you were trained.
Yeah.
Think of your training, Gail. Get away from the door. Please, Dad.
You're on your own.
I'm afraid so much is going wrong in the world.
I got the biggest bed I could possibly get. And I would wake up and there would be not only my kids, but a sister or two laying in that bed. And, it's not a bad way to live your life. Everybody's comfortable. You're safe. It's what the early man did.
Of course, it's also very common in most Asian countries. It's most common.
Oh, yeah, I watch porn. You don't have to describe it. So all we're saying is, you ruined that girl's life. Don't do this again.
Right. Mad about you.
We don't want children. And we've had the conversation. If it changes, I'll have to reconsider whatever. But I'm not looking to ruin another woman's life.
Why don't you do this? Do you understand what pro-choice is? It's the woman's choice.
I understand.
That's all you got to think in life.
Right.
When a woman said,
It goes
I want to
both
do
ways.
this, do it. Yes. You want to have a baby? Let's have a fucking baby.
That's an adult.
When
way to
Gail's
look at this.
mom came to me, we didn't have any fucking money. We had no Chris. She goes, I really want a baby. Oh, let's go. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, it was a giant mistake.
What? How was that baby? I was just a little baby in my mom's belly. I couldn't do nothing about it.
We couldn't get any water for him. Crazy fucking movie. So here, Chris, you're at this fucking point now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just at the, I believe, earliest stages of being the old dad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I believe. Yes, you're 100% correct. Because I see the old dads in Brooklyn all the time, gray in the beard.
It's not a bad choice. I can say that as a person who was a very young dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I wish I would have had a little more experience in life and thoughtfulness. You know.
Now, see, like I see, I've heard about this that the male sperm gets weaker as time goes on.
Mine isn't.
I mean,
I could give birth to a fucking genius right now. I've heard things like that, but fucking Woody Allen was an old dad, and that fucking kid turned out to be fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
That's
good
great.
point.
He won the Nobel Prize for writing or some shit.
It's like a Rhodes Scholar or some bullshit.
I think sperm ages like a fine wine.
Oh, that's good.
On the inside, not on the outside.
Yeah, the
You know what
outside.
I mean?
It's bad. It's
very
vinegar.
short shelf life.
Now, Earl's dad was a young dad and an old dad.
Yeah, he ran the gamut.
Yeah, he was what?
80
17?
to what?
20. He was 29 when I was born.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good run, though.
Yeah. Spent your 20s.
It's only 12 years. Come on.
Spent your 20s, though,
Yeah.
making babies.
Well, that's what people used to do back then. You know, they would have as many kids they could to work the farms.
Mm-hmm.
You need fucking hard labor.
We're going to either have a farmhand or a fucking housekeeper. Let's go. Let's do this. Maybe we'll get a cook this time.
That's what their gender reveal said.
It was either like a fucking sheath or a butter churner.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a little girl.
Just immediately knitting a tiny apron.
Oh, adorable. So this is your big night tonight.
In just hours,
Yeah. And I know Vito is taking you out for, I believe, dinner beforehand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about
Steaks,
this at all.
lobster,
Yeah,
all your
everything you
fucking
want.
favorites.
But does this Beto have to be there, or can you just pay for the tab?
That's just mean.
Yeah, that's not nice.
I'm taking you out for this beautiful dinner. You're gonna be a scumbag like that?
Well, yeah, because I'd rather look at my phone, baby, as opposed to
No, you're
conversation.
gonna look at me and we're gonna talk, and I'm gonna ask you about your day that I was
You're
just
sitting
talking.
there with the entire
That
day.
actually doesn't sound like a good birthday.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
How was your
Yeah.
day, birthday boy?
It's not your 36th anniversary with him.
Well, there's nothing but surprises for me coming this evening, and I this is the first one I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy your.
And I mean, cocktails are available during this dinner, right? I mean, I just want to get a little
Well,
keep this going, Ron.
cocktails are available everywhere.
Yeah.
Chris, this is the United
We
States
are-
of America, and
We're not going to a dry restaurant, are we?
We will be functioning in the adult world tonight.
I like the BYOB thing because it's even rowdier at those places.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fucking shit show.
yeah.
There's a sushi place downtown that's BYOB, and like just college kids go to it, and it's fucking ridiculous. Where
Yeah.
it's like a sushi special, I think, and you can bring in as much booze as you possibly want.
All those downtown sushi places, though, are just like college kid, all you can eat, all you can drink shit shows.
Here's the thing. You don't want to go to an all-you-can-eat sushi
Good
because
point.
Yeah.
that means it's old, bad sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sushi is one of those things that you want to act like you're shopping for a diamond. Like,
Right.
really going over it well to take a look at it.
And also, I don't have a problem eating raw fish. I enjoy it, but I think we can all say like a pound of raw fish, perhaps. Like how much raw fish are you eating?
I get fucking fuller at a sushi restaurant faster than any other place.
Yeah.
I could go into a sushi restaurant starving, and 10 minutes later, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
the last. Maybe take the last one.
Sleepy.
I really wish that, and I think this every time, that sushi and a day spa should be the same place because it kind of has the same vibe.
yeah. Oh, that's
great.
It looks to play.
Yeah.
also
way.
those the like little hot like towels they give you for
Yes,
your hands.
I
Like,
know.
everything about it feels like you're taking care of yourself while you're there.
It seems like you could have sushi, get a steam, have a little more sushi, get a massage.
You know what
a
I
little more
think
sushi.
you should combine is a sushi restaurant with those fish pedicures where the fish like bite your feet and clean your feet. So you're eating the raw fish and then your feet is just like in a little pool.
Just eat those fish.
I went to one of those places. I just put my dick in there.
Oh,
I mean, I came out, my balls were sparkling. I'm not going to lie to you. See, Earl is folded up because you don't eat raw fish, right?
No, I don't.
Why?
Just never had a palate for it.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I did, and I just.
Is that what
What
you're
you're
eating
saying
pussy?
is impossible.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? This
just
is
don't-
like, I live on the planet Earth. This is literally the cleanest,
So
tastiest
good.
thing that you could have. My only problem, why isn't there fucking raw oysters at a sushi place? I feel like I could have an oyster tower.
That's a good point.
Thanks. You know, maybe we could somehow tie in the Far East cuisine
Yeah.
with the Eastern Shore of Maryland. You know what I mean?
like
This is
that.
perfect.
Have everything.
This is fantastic. And then, once you have all those old oyster shells, just serve the sushi on the old oyster shells. Fucking time.
Now you're thinking about plating.
Dude, you're drinking a little bit. I'm gonna be totally honest. That's a booze idea.
No, let's run with this, Ron.
The sushi is served perfectly already.
But I think it'll be fun and kitschy and good for Instagram.
So you want to take
Kitschy, is that what I want when I go out to eat? Never in my life do I want kitschy.
You don't like a place that is just like, hey, y'all.
Yeah. Here's
Looked
the-
like you were hungry.
Here's what you ever go to like the 50s diner and everything's out of control?
Yeah.
That's not like the 50s at all. You know what I mean? It isn't. People did not have a diner like that in the 50s.
Right.
Why do we act like now Fonzie's going to come up and take your order?
That's really
You're like,
weird,
what
yeah.
are you doing? This never happened then.
It's not Jackrabbit Slims. This is fucking crazy.
Jack Rabbit's this is a weird fantasy. And I was watching this show, which I begged you guys to watch. It's an Australian show about I forget what they got, like temporary hotels is what they call their Airbnb. Something stupid like that. And they had a place like that. It looked like the diner and you slept there.
No.
And I'm like, I would kill
No,
myself.
that sounds like a nightmare.
And they're like, we put everything 50s into this. We wanted to capture. It was so rare to run into that.
This is something that's always bothered me. Let's be honest. How many fucking people were really wearing poodle skirts? Like 5? I can't imagine it was as common as we say, oh, it's 50s night, and then everyone's wearing these poodle skirts.
Yeah.
They couldn't have been that popular. I've never seen a picture of someone in my family wearing a poodle skirt in the 1950s.
Right.
Who were wearing these?
The same thing has happened with Woodstock, where there was 500,000 people there, and then 5 million people claim that they were there. But Woodstock was that was the first time that people who looked like that got together in one spot. So you look at, at that time, I think there was like 200 million people in this country. And that many people were into that kind of rock. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's spread out. It's just like grunge. Grunge did not take over the 90s. People like listening to it. But they didn't necessarily, although I did know some people in Florida who suddenly started dressing grunge. They also worked in radio like idiots.
Right. But yeah, that is the thing. But I bet if you Google poodle skirt, it's mostly going to be modern pictures of people wearing poodle skirts. Like how many people?
Let's try it.
Just poodle
Just put
skirt.
poodle skirt.
Poodle skirt. It's all just.
It's all costumes.
All
I
right.
want to see one picture from the 1950s.
Put poodle skirt 1950s, Chris, if you're not too drunk.
I can keep it together.
Yeah, I'm
not.
noticing that.
Oh, he tried. Okay, let's see. The first one that even looks like an old picture, there's not one poodle there. There's different images, but I would say it's the same style. That's not an old, that's a fake old picture.
Yeah.
That's a fake
That's
old picture.
Photoshopped?
Yep. That might be a real one. There's one in the 60s. I
They
don't know
aren't
what that
fucking
is.
sexy. They look weird.
They're really weird.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know what a poodle skirt was until I just Googled it.
What are you
Well,
talking
you learn
about?
stuff every day. You can share this. This is why you broke up with your old girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't know shit about fucking poodle skirts.
There's a chance she'll be here tonight. We invited her.
That's good. I mean, I'm going to be drinking, Ron. This
I know.
could not be good.
That will not shock her.
I think it's perfect because now you'll be ready to be honest and open and say all the things you never said.
How far away do you live from her now?
I don't know. I know, last I heard, she was living in Astoria, but I have no idea if she's moved or whatever else. I don't know.
I mean, you should bump into somebody in Astoria, right? When you live there.
You're like a Brooklyn boy like 90% of the time now.
60-40, 60-40, I'm in Brooklyn. But when I'm in Astoria, I don't see her.
He's like a low rent fucking bi-coastal. We keep a place in Brooklyn and a place in Queens. It's beautiful. You know, in the summer you want to get out of Queens.
He's the BQE over there.
Dude, on Gail Street, I can't believe we never brought this up. They had a block party. And then Gail sent out a video that night that they had opened up the fucking fire plugs and were running through.
It was such a. I mean, I'm just in the street light. I mean, honestly, this video and the pictures I took could have been any era. It just looked like it could have been New York in any time.
Don't you think Brooklyn is more in touch with the entire history of Brooklyn more than
100%.
any other place you've ever been?
Yeah. They're constantly thinking about it and like reprening it
and being there and just like, hey, this place has been here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, much more so. Than even Manhattan or
way more than Manhattan. Manhattan has no sense of fucking history.
It doesn't.
They want fucking new glass buildings wherever they look.
Yeah.
My neighborhood has changed. Like
your neighborhood is going to be torn down, dude. If you read the fucking paper, all your buildings are going.
Really?
Yeah.
I know 10 blocks away from me, they're really fucking tearing everything up and building up like pyramid buildings and shit.
Coming, man.
Yeah, 10 blocks away is nothing. That's going to be your house tomorrow.
We in this fucking city of billionaires, we can't have a fucking rundown place like yours. You know?
Tenement.
You and your mom are going to be living down in the sewers like Beauty and the Beast. You kind of look like Beauty and the Beast right now.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't even need makeup.
Yeah,
look at that one from what was that, in the 80s?
Yeah.
That Beauty and the Beast?
The one that you fell in love with?
Yeah, loved it.
Beautician and the Beast?
No, not Beautician and the Beast. That is you and your mom. Look,
that looks like Vito now.
Oh, okay, I see it.
A lot of people talked about the picture that you put up of you and Stone Cold, that you were trying to look sexy next to Stone Cold.
I wasn't trying to look sexy.
He's always trying to look sexy no matter what picture he fucking takes.
No, Chris, I'm just sexy now, and you see it.
People were
dude.
writing in to our fucking Instagram. Why is he trying to look sexy? I don't know if we still have the picture. It's on Vito's Instagram too, though. But he was looking, I don't know, kind of pouty. Like,
yeah, there was like
all right,
a little...
look, I won't lie to everybody. I did put in sea salt spray in my hair that day.
Of course you did, because you knew you were trying to get a fucking picture with Stone Cold, the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold looks like you farted.
He doesn't look happy to be there at all.
Look at this nostrils actually held up.
But I was not trying to make a smoldering look in any way. I did do my hair. I'm not gonna lie. I did my hair.
You brought up smoldering. No, it means you know exactly what we're talking about.
thinking about it.
I wouldn't call that smoldering.
No, it's like a sexy look. It's as ridiculous. It's constant now.
Chris, you just want to fuck me. I get it, man.
And this is the first time that you wore a tight shirt since you lost your weight. Look at you.
Yeah,
you're just showing it off. When did he ever used to just have his chest out like that?
Yeah,
you know?
the guns out.
What did you do? Peel? Did you shave your chest?
I narrow my chest once a month now. I narrow my chest and my back and my shoulders.
Ne'er do well.
Yeah, let me see the chest right now.
Well,
yeah.
it's growing back. I'm gonna be shaving it down again in 2 days.
Why don't you do it on the air one day so we can see how the nair works?
I have to get in the shower. There's no shower here.
What if we just spritz you?
Yeah.
So
when you put the cream on and then you take it off, all the hair comes off?
Yeah, so I put the cream on, and then I have like 5 minutes to get into the shower and then like wipe
Look
it
at
off.
those guns, man.
Oh yeah,
They're huge.
See, look, he's doing it again. He's just trying to fucking show off.
They look good, man.
Dude, you gotta fucking... And he used to wear the white, and you wore the black, and now he's in the black. Cause
Yeah.
it's hey,
sexier.
why don't you do some sexy poses tonight? Let's see you just do a pose right now.
All right, so like, it's like maybe like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's
and another
good.
one. Do one like this where you're.
Like,
that's
like
a good one
that?
for you.
Yeah, the shoulders look good.
Like this, maybe like a lean back and.
Yeah.
Do you think you have time to nair before tonight?
I can nair before tonight.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Chris, do you want to nair before tonight?
I have nothing to nair, Ron. I don't have fucking body
just
hair.
nair your beard, though.
Dude, I feel like he's going to steal your birthday away from you because he's so fucking beautiful.
This is my special night, all right,
Sit
Vito?
back, watch me be all beautiful and clean and naired.
It's interesting because, like, I mean, we used to tease him about it, but I do feel like since he lost the weight, his face, his hair looks healthier, like everything.
Everyone writes to me and says that his voice has changed.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have that fat fucking
there was like a fat
voice.
gurgle. Remember there was like a wet gurgle.
Here's what it used to sound like. Go ahead and say something, Chris.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Come on!
I actually thought that was a clip you just played.
I hit up Ian. He usually helps me nair my back because I need somebody to get the spots over there.
Why he's doing what? Fucking pounding your ass? I don't even know a chick that I would say, would you nair my back?
No. I would
Let alone a fucking guy.
Just ask Leslie.
No, it's easier to be like, hey, Ian, do you mind?
Is Ian coming tonight?
No, he's not coming. I could hit him up and see if he wants to come
I
through.
just asked
I don't
the
want
fucking
that
question.
fucking liar at my birthday party, all right? He
You were about to
lied.
say the N-word.
No, I wasn't.
It was close, dude. It was fucking Trump close.
He's a liar. He lies about me, about how I fucking lose my shit on people in the subway.
And yet it happened.
It does.
It
does happen
many times.
It happens, but it didn't happen at a specific time.
I have fucking lost my shit all over this fucking city. I don't have a fucking borough I could go into and say I kept myself together there. I tried to fucking kick out the back of a cab thing like it was a cop car one day.
I'll just pull over.
The guy made a wrong turn. I fucking went crazy.
It's enough to fucking make. The cab drivers are the worst.
I don't know.
Some of
Uber drivers are half fucking special needs too.
Yeah.
Some of them are bad. Like they're like that's the weird thing. You could get a cab driver who's like, this was what you were born to do.
Yeah.
Like some of them hit every green light. They know the pace they're supposed to go. They know in and out.
They say the right things about de Blasio.
Yes. And you go, this is the guy.
Yeah.
One just gave me a tip on what street you should go up recently. I'll tell you guys. Madison Avenue. It's the best green light situation. He said you go.
Who doesn't fucking know that?
Yeah.
I had no
Come on,
idea this
bro.
was a thing.
You even from
There's
here?
a good pace at Madison Avenue.
told
You know
me
why
it's
he
thing.
lives on the other side
he
where
doesn't
they're
get-
tearing everything down.
Good.
What?
I go up Madison Avenue. It's
Can't
like
wait
green.
to live in
Green.
fucking shantytown with Leslie. Fucking cooking food over a hot
Gonna
plate.
take you to Shantytown. Gonna take you to Shantytown.
And
Just
then,
he's outside all the time, naring his back.
yeah. And then the cops come with a bulldozer, just destroy it every 2 weeks. They have to rebuild. It's like, don't worry, Leslie. We're going to make it better
Dude,
this time.
guess what? You have an extra apartment, so you better be careful.
I'll just say I'm you and I lost weight. And me and my older
They'll never
girlfriend.
believe
My
that.
super would never believe that. Radu?
What's his name?
Radu.
Is it a name? That's a fucking sauce.
He's a weird
Radu the
Romanian.
red dude. They call him.
Rad dude, the rad dude.
He's a Trump supporter. He
You ought
loves
to
him.
do. You ought to do
The name like red dude.
a rad dude podcast with him. That would be really funny. Just act like you're starting a new podcast with a different fucking person all
Yeah.
the time.
So Radu, I have these mics here. We're going to talk about, I guess, do you like the Jets and gambling and Trump? So let's go.
Yep, he's following the winners. All right, Chrissy, we're going to go down and set stuff up, but you're going out for a beautiful fucking dinner.
I'm
know
excited
what?
for you, Chris.
It's probably good to get some food into me. I have been drinking the
I
last
never
hour.
even heard of this steak place, Tad's.
Well, hope that's where Vito's taking me. I've heard of it, Ron.
Dude, it's a sit down place. You're going to love it.
I mean, I like
You
sitting
get
down.
nice sit down steaks.
They have tables. They have nice tables, booths.
There's this fucking Japanese steakhouse that just moved that just came to the city.
Yeah.
And their gimmick is it's cheap steak, but it's good. But the gimmick is There's no seats in the place, so everyone has to stand, so they have higher turnover.
I've never stood and ate a steak in my life. I don't even know how you do that.
It's called Ikinari.
Oh, you know?
They've already closed down like 10 of their locations, and the 10 that were open, they put chairs in right away. Like the standing thing didn't last more than a few
No one
weeks.
wants to stand and eat a steak.
No, you can't do it.
You stand and eat a burger or a hot dog.
Exactly. I can't believe that Chris got shown up again on his birthday.
Sorry, dude. I'd be going to Ikinari all the time.
I went there once, and I thought I had a fun fact to throw into the
No, I've been there
Chris,
7 times.
So I was going to take him out to Barney's to get some clothes, but
Shit.
I have never walked. I go past that Barney's every day,
Yeah.
and I've never once walked inside of it.
Well, neither have I. I mean, if
The
I
only
walked
thing I
in,
know
they'd throw
about
me
it
out.
is Arthur's. That fucking movie, Arthur. He stole a fucking, or she stole a tie there.
My
Oh,
grandpa
good.
worked
Some
there.
Chinese people are calling me.
Yum.
All right, we got to wrap this up, Christopher.
Yes, we do. And tonight, 7 p.m., The Stand, my 36th birthday party.
Happy birthday, Chris Stanley. We'll see you guys tomorrow.